Hi friends, WhatPulse 5.9 just dropped and I'm here to tell you all about it. Let's go! First up, gamepad support, yes! So whenever you're playing a game on your desktop computer with a gamepad attached right now, WhatPulse will start counting all of the buttons and the triggers that you're smashing when you are playing set games. It's pretty cool. The actual buttons and the triggers are counted individually, so you know exactly what you did in your gaming session. Next up is a new input engine on Windows, and to take the geekiness a little bit off that, basically what we had before is that certain applications, mostly games, like GTA 5 is one of the examples, where that application or game could hide the keys and the clicks from WhatPulse. Meaning that your gaming session, while fun, but it wasn't counted towards your keys or clicks. So did it really count? I don't know. But right now with 5.9, we have this new input engine in place where we basically sidestep that entire ability to hide those keys and clicks from WhatPulse. So starting 5.9, your keys and clicks will most definitely be counted in your gaming session. Next up is some improved designs throughout the entire client. There's a cool new, fancy new title bar. There's a new submenu that makes it a little bit clearer that it is actually a submenu. Some people were a little bit confused about that, but that's okay. And there's a lot more small tweaks and changes throughout the entire interface, just to make it a little bit easier and a little bit faster to use as well. Speaking about faster to use, whenever you're now in the app, and we did the calculations, yes, it's about 1200% faster, which will definitely be noticeable when you are going through this the application. So if you're going between the statistics, the heat maps, the tables, etc., everything that you will be doing within the WhatPulse app is going to be a lot faster. And then one of the things that was really highly requested is just adding a simple total column to all of the networking tables. So you had uploads, you have downloads. Previously, you had to combine those two together in your head in order to do some math and know the exact amount of network that you've been transferring. But now it's just a simple total column, and you can see it right off the bat. Now let's jump into a demo of the WhatPulse app, just to show you a little bit about these changes. All right, welcome to WhatPulse 5.9, and I'm going to show you the highlights that I just mentioned in the slide, starting with the improved interface navigation menu. So as you can see here, there's a new menu here, which makes it a lot easier and a lot better to determine on which page you actually are, and also that there are a lot more pages than just the keyboard and the mouse, just to make it very abundantly clear that there's a lot more data in here. This obviously goes for all of the places where we have submenus, so uptime, networking, all of these things have the submenus, and it's a lot easier to see where you are. The other thing that you might mention, that you might see, is also that there's a new label here which calls out your status within the WhatPulse client. So if you are using the WhatPulse Premium application, you will know that from the title bar. Also, if you're using the WhatPulse Free application, which will also be reflected in this title bar. This is of course available within the light mode that I'm currently showing you, but also in the dark mode. There we go. All right, so now let's move our focus to the gamepad support. So I've got here my PlayStation controller, but basically this works within any controller that you can connect over Bluetooth or over RF signals. And basically what we do is we just intercept those signals, count them, and see which buttons you are currently pressing. So if I start mashing a couple of these buttons on my controller here, like the triggers, the left and the right, and R2, R1, even if I press the thumb presses, so for R3 and L3 that you see come up now right now, but also just the cursor pointers, so up, down, and right and left. If I get that up, this one is even identified as the gamepad down. So basically all of the individual keys that you have on these gamepads are going to be counted individually. So whenever you're doing a gaming session, you will know exactly which buttons you've been mashing, which is pretty cool. All right, so another thing that you've already might have noticed when I went through these different pages is how fast it actually is. So this is part of that 1200% upgrade speed increase that I mentioned earlier. And it just makes a world of difference when you are browsing through the WhatPulse app, just to not wait for any of the data that we are currently looking at. So even if I click in different data and longer term data, it's very responsive, very quick, and it just makes a world of difference in using this this application. So last thing that I wanted to show you is the total column within the networking pages. So if I look at interfaces or applications, I can see the total amount of traffic that these applications have been sending and receiving, instead of having to do that manually within your own head. It's just there. You just know exactly how much data has been going through these applications or through these interfaces. Same thing if I look at the interfaces, and then obviously if I look at the different time periods as well, the total column is going to be there, so you can easily see how much data has been sent and received combined together. And lastly, also on the countries tab, we have the same thing as well. Well, we have this total column that you can easily use. All right, so there's a lot more in this client, but I want this video to be quick. So I encourage you to upgrade. Please let us know how you like the new features, how you like the new speed as well. And with that, thank you very much for watching, and eat a stroopwafel.